9 whole days of me playing bad Nintendo Switch games. You know what I could have accomplished in 9 days? Not a lot, but... Fight of Gods!
Russ has been very naughty, and Santa called him out on this. He's forced to play bad Switch games every day until Christmas. If he can survive this task, Santa will change his mind. Can he make it through all of them, and in the end, what will he find?
Fight of the Gods is a one-on-one fighting game where you fight as gods and other mythological creatures and religious figures. It's a pretty weird concept, but let's see how it plays. This game starts off with a disclaimer. That's always a good sign, right? This work of fiction was inspired by cultures and stories from around the world. The team has no intention of offending any persons, and the utmost respect was given during development. Did you hear that? So, no complaining in the comments. Pretty long loading times on this one, but at least the artwork is kinda cool. I'm getting some classic Soul Calibur vibes from the main menu screen. Let's check out the roster. Wow, this game has Jesus in it. That's pretty cool. Zeus, Greek god of the sky. Odin, Norse god of war. Buddha, the embodiment of enlightenment. Anubis, the ancient Egyptian god of the dead. Athena, the Greek goddess of war and wisdom. Mazu, the Chinese sea goddess. Guangong, the Taoist god of war. I hope I pronounced that right. Moses the prophet and his 10 commandments. Sif, the Norse god associated with fertility and the earth. Coming all the way from the North Pole, our boy Santa Claus. Amaterasu, the Japanese goddess of the sun. And finally Freya, the Norse goddess of war and love. Apparently there are also a few fighters you can unlock by playing the game. And there's even a secret character you can unlock by entering a familiar cheat code that rhymes with tsunami. Kunami. This is a pretty diverse lineup, though it did get the game banned in Singapore and Malaysia due to its religious content. There are also little bio pages for each fighter too if you wanted to know more about them. It looks like we can unlock additional costumes by playing through arcade mode. We'll start with Santa. Looks like we're starting with the heavyweight Christmas showdown between Santa and Jesus. Each character gets a neat little animation intro. Jesus literally breaks off the cross. Santa attacks with a bunch of gifts from his sack and candy canes and cookies. Meanwhile, Jesus seems to be pummeling us with the broken parts of his cross. Did Santa just take a selfie with Jesus? I guess we'll just start with the controls. It's a pretty standard fighting game. If you've played Street Fighter, you know exactly what to expect. The movement and attacks feel a little clunky, though I didn't really expect a large amount of polish coming into this. I know this is the first match of the bracket, but it's an easy win, just by repeating one attack over and over again. Sorry, Jesus. It's not looking good. Each fighter has a special move you can perform when your bar is full. For Santa, he drops down his chimney and launches up and tries to hit the opponent, but you can miss. The graphics do look PS2 era, but I think that might be the style they were going for here. At least it runs smoothly on the Switch because of that. The environments are 3D, but you're locked to a 2D plane like most fighting games are in this style. Each fighter has its own stage with a unique environment that suits that character. It seems like the best strategy though is to still just spam the same attack over and over again, at least when you're fighting the computer opponents. If you fight your way through the arcade mode, you'll eventually end up against a mysterious fighter simply named Boss. Very creative. Let's hope our methods of spamming nut punches work on him too. So far, so good. Nothing can stand in the way of Santa's nutcracker, and he's down. Let's see what we get. A credit screen. What a terrible reward for beating the game. But if you buy this game, you're here for the multiplayer, so bust another controller out with a buddy and risk blaspheming together. There's definitely very little balance here, like Freya seems unhittable if she just keeps crouching and kicking, but I'll admit, it's kind of fun to mindlessly bash your friends around. Not like Super Smash Bros. Fun, but still enjoyable. Okay, to end this off, let's have the revenge grudge match of the century! It's time for a rematch! Santa vs. Jesus Part 2! This time it's personal. Jesus is starting off strong with a series of cross punches to Santa's gut, but Santa punches him away with the candy cane from his sack. They both trade some heavy blows. What's this? Jesus called in help from some holy powers! How's Santa gonna react to this? Oh my, Santa seems to be getting the Christmas spirit pulled out from him! Oh, but Santa strikes back with a thoughtful gift and selfie before knocking Jesus away with a belly blast! Jesus tries a rapture uppercut, but it just misses Santa. That might cost him. Oh no! Santa called in his reindeer for backup! Is that even legal? Look at those blocks! Jesus is having a hard time breaking Santa's defense. Oh, and a chimney surprise! Not a creature will be stirring after this wallop! Jesus isn't done yet! He comes back with a mighty barrage of nut punches to Santa! How do you like those nutcrackers? What's this? Jesus healed himself? Santa's definitely in trouble now. He's just trying to keep some distance so the beating stops. But it's too late! Jesus wins! And This proves Jesus is the reason for the season. Whew. So at the end of the day, it's just a silly fighting game, and there's nothing really special to go on here. It might be fun the first few rounds, but after playing it for a while, you might get bored of it pretty fast. And that seemed to be what critics thought too, giving this a 36 on Metacritic. But what do you think? Do you think Fight of God should be on the naughty list for Switch games? Let me know in the comments. I hope you liked the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you liked it and you want to subscribe. I hope to see you in the next one. See you later.